7.5 years ago, I was working for Menards and didn't have a lot of family time because I worked a lot of hours. The biggest turning point was like within a month of the winter parade. Um, we had the son was probably 3 at that time. 3.
So,
He was 3 at the time.
and I was doing the right. What does a dog say? Woof. What does a cat say? Meow. What does mommy say? I love you. What does daddy say? And he said bye bye. I was like, accurate, because Dan worked very, very, very long, very, very strenuous hours. So I had gone, to Dan and said what Weston had said, and that kind of probably put the nail in the idea of I need to spend more time with the family. And even if that time, I mean, granted, we put plenty of time in here, but our time is different here. So it can include the family. It can include the kids stopping in and being here. It just looks different than working for corporate America or whatnot.
So when she told me that story, I pretty much felt like a failure as a father, because I thought my goal as being a husband and a father was to work hard, to bring as much money home as possible so my family could enjoy life. And when he said that phrase of bye bye, even though I was being successful in one area of being a father and a husband, I was failing elsewhere. So I knew I had to make a change. But one thing I did do is during the winter parade, we came down to watch the winter parade, and it was like 5 below zero that day. We came down a couple hours early to get a seat, and we actually sat on the steps of the post office straight across the seat. I've never been to the winter parade before. So while sitting there, I saw all these people coming downtown Chippewa, and by the time the parade started, there must have been 20,000 people down here, 5 below weather. I'm freezing, everybody's freezing, and I saw this building for sale across the street, and I figured, well, if somebody just sells hot chocolate during this one day, they could probably make, some type of business. So then that got my mind going on, if I bought that building, what could I do all year? And I never realized how much tourism comes through Chippewa. So I started thinking about things, and with tourism with Irvine Park and the tourism with Liney's, and Olson brings in a lot of people for their ice cream. I thought a candy shop would complement the tourism business in town, which would eventually bring in more tourism, and everybody would be successful in the businesses that supply to tourists.
What did you know about making candy?
I purchased candy for Menards for a little bit in my career, so I knew that candy sells. One of my favorite memories was going up to Hayward and different candy shops, and it was such a treat to go into a candy shop. Those, as a young kid, those memories were just embedded in me. Even going to the old 5 and Dime Ben and Franklin, when you get a quarter and you could buy a few different pieces of candy, those were like my most prevalent memories as a child. Who I was with, where we went and got candy, who I was with when we did that. So when we decided to bring in a candy shop, we really wanted to try to focus on making this place memorable for kids and their parents and kids and their grandparents.